on the women's team, Arlene Francis and Barbara Cook. And playing on the men's team, Douglas Fairbanks and Marty Ingalls. From the Elysee Theater in New York City, it's time to play Get the Message. And now, here's your host, Robert Q. Lewis.
Wow. And a ho, ho, ho to you all. Merry Christmas, everybody, and welcome to our Christmas Day version of... what's the name of the show? Get the Message. The game of clues where the gentlemen oppose the ladies. Let me introduce the ladies who have been with us all week long. First plays that lovely Arlene Francis.
That's nice, thank you.
Here's another lovely. Her name is Barbara Cook.
Thanks.
As you know, ordinarily in the third chair, we have someone just like you. But today, as a sort of a special bonus on our show, we decided to bring in celebrities to play with our regular teams. Yeah. May I present one of the most charming ladies in the entire entertainment world, playing with the ladies, Joan Fontaine.
Thank you very much.
Joan, if you win, and I'm sure you will, to whom would you like your winnings to go?
The American Hearing Society.
Very good. Very good indeed. Now then, let us say hello to our gentlemen. Welcome back, Doug Fairbanks.
Thank you very much.
And Marty Ingalls.
Hi, Rob.
And playing with the fellas today, one of our old friends here at Get the Message, one of America's favorites. We're very happy to welcome America's favorite beard, Mitch Miller. Come on, Mitch. Well, I think you know how we play the game. We're going to show a message to the regular panelists in hopes that they will get their guest contestants or teammates to get the message. And I point out again, there are television sets in your desks. I have one here. Let's lift the covers and play our first round. And you'll be happy to know that the girls will start. Simply write your clues, one word only, no word or variation of a word contained in the message. And the message might be something's title, someone's name, a phrase, a slogan, a place, or a thing. I ask you to raise your hands when you're finished. Mitch, in my haste to get on with the game, I neglected to ask you what charity you would be playing for.
The National Conference of Christians and Jews.
Thank you, sir. Very good. All right. Do I see hands, please? I do. We're all set to go. Arlene, may I have your clue?
Salutation.
Salutation. Barbara?
Yuletide.
Salutation and Yuletide. Joan, do you get the message?
Could it be Merry Christmas?
It certainly could.
Done it again.
All right. That echoes all of our sentiments. 1 point for the ladies. We'll look at our next message in just a moment. But first, this word. Shame the congressman should do that on Christmas night. Now then, here we go. Next message. And, gentlemen, you will start. You'll be happy to know.
What a terrible clue.
The first team to score 3 points wins the game, $100, and a chance to win even more. The gentlemen are first, win even more in our exciting open game. I must tell you, we have a sneaky producer with these messages.
Very sneaky.
Now, wait a minute. Raise your hands when you're completed, when you finish writing your clues. You may
I
change
remembered
it.
one of your rules here. Wait a minute.
No cheating. You remembered that rule.
All right. You set, Doug? Would you start, please?
Television.
Television. Very good. Marty?
Yours.
Television. And yours. Mitch, do you get the message?
Sing along with me.
That's it. That's it. All right. Score is tied, 1-1. Here comes the next message.
Oh.
Well, where'd that come from? All right, we'll start with the ladies, please. Whenever there's a problem about the acceptability of clues written by our panelists, we turn with great pride to a man who has been with this show since its inception. Oh, no, he's not a doctor yet. He's Graham Mitchell. He's an editor of the World Book Encyclopedia Dictionary. And if you hear a little voice in the background, there it is, that belongs to Graham Mitchell. It does. It happens to be his little daughter, Kimberly. who is 2 years old and absolutely adorable. Too bad Graham doesn't look like her. Yay!
Yay.
May I see hands when you've finished, please?
Oh. Just want to see him.
There we go. Fine. Let's start with Arlene, please.
Critic.
Read that kid, will you?
Rhyme.
Rhyme. Barbara.
Well, royal.
Rhyme and royal. Joan, do you get the message?
Old King Cole.
Oh, boy! Wow! Very good. Very good. Well, I must say that they were good clues, too.
They were.
Excellent. Very good. Okay, here we go. Here comes the next message.
Should we just go outside?
Next message. And gentlemen, we'll give you a chance to start this time. The score is 2 for the girls, 1 for the fellas.
Who's first there?
The fellas are first.
He loves everybody. Yay.
The reason the question is asked about who goes first is because usually the team that starts gives a basic series of clues, and the team that goes second makes its clues a little more sophisticated. How we say? Okay, let's start with Doug.
District.
District. Marty?
Beatnikville.
Okay, district, you've coined a word. District and Beatnikville. Mitch, do you get the message?
Greenwich Village?
Yes, sir. Yes, Doug.
Are you going to write downtown? Is that one word or 2 words?
I think downtown is one word. Graham, am I correct? Yes, that is one word. But I like district. It's just as good. Here we go. This is game point. 2-2 is the score. Next message, please. Oh, boy. Ladies, I shall ask you to start.
Oh, my.
Yeah. This should be fun. We have never done this before, had celebrities receiving clues and trying to get the message. And I must say, Joan and Mitch have been marvelous.
No goose yet.
We'll see.
Well, you know,
We
we
have
hope
time.
not. Write as quickly as you can, please.
We're first, right?
Yes, darling. Girls go first, and then the gents. The girls are ready. The fellows are ready. May I have your clue, please, Arlene?
Song.
Good. Song. Barbara.
Dentures.
Excellent. Song and dentures. Joan for 3 points. The game, $100 for your favorite charity. Do you get the message? Song and dentures.
Something about teeth. I can't get it.
I'm sorry.
Teeth
Oh,
for two.
teeth for two. I don't know how much sharing you want to do, my dear. Over to the fella's side, Doug.
Lisp.
Lisp. Good. Marty.
No one has said Yule.
Lisp and Yule. Now,
Yule
Mitch,
Lisp.
for 3 points, the game, $100 for your favorite charity. Do you get the message?
2 front teeth? This, all I have for Christmas is my
That's
teeth.
right. That's right. That's right. All right. The gentlemen have carried the day. The score now, then, well, the gentlemen have won the game. We'll get back to our open game with Mitch in just a second, right after this exciting message. Now then, an open game on the gentleman's side. Since they won, you know what happens, Mitch. You have 3 clues, 3 messages, each one worth $50. Gentlemen give you their clues verbally. Here's the first one. And would you start, Doug, please?
Dickens.
Dickens, good. Marty.
I should say Fenster, really. You shouldn't. Miserly.
Ah, good. Dickens and miserly. Mitch, do you get the message?
Screw.
Excellent. Very good. $50 more. Here's the next message. Marty, would you start, please?
Yes, yes, I certainly will. Jolly.
Jolly. Doug?
Saint.
Okay. Jolly and Saint. Mitch, do you get the message?
Santa Claus.
Yeah.
I was afraid. I thought Saint was part of Santa Claus, and you couldn't say it.
I was
Well,
worried
that's
about
another
that.
form of the... I think, Graham, is it not, in a way? I think so. All right, next message, please.
Really blew $50.
And,
Okay.
Doug, would you start this one?
Song.
Song. Marty.
Well, I'll have to say, Crosby.
Okay, Song and Crosby. I don't think Mitch will have any trouble with this, do you, Mitch?
Oh, White Christmas.
Right. There you go. So, you have won $100 in the regular game, an additional $150 in the open game, Mitch, and the National Conference of Christians and Jews receives $250. Congratulations. Well, Mitch, thank you very much for playing this first game with us. We've enjoyed having you here, and we'll look forward to seeing you again. And Joan, darling, you didn't win, but you did win $50 for the American Hearing Society. Thank you. Merry Christmas to both of you. In just a moment, we're going to have two new celebrities in these chairs. Before we do, though, I'd like to chat briefly with Doug Fairbanks. Doug is a most interesting man. Not only is he a delightful actor and human being, but he is quite interested in all kinds of various products. And one of the things that you have on the market at the moment, it sounds so fascinating. Tell about the record, please.
Well, it's appropriate to the season anyway. Some time ago, I got together with Laurence Olivier, and I had decided that it would be an awfully good idea to record the Old Testament of the Bible on record. And I got Larry to do it. We recorded most of the music in the Holy Land in Israel, and it was taken from 4,000-year-old chants which were in the background. And Olivier, with the help and advice and guidance of all the various churches who were recommending where certain deletions, cuts, and so forth might be made. And we've got this enormous album called The Living Bible, which is now just coming out. And Olivier does the whole thing. It's 24 sides, you know, but it's nothing. You sit down and play it over in 2 minutes. But it's really, I must say, from Olivier's point of view, it's really remarkable.
When is it coming out?
It's out now, just out now.
Very good. We're playing Get the Message. And on the ladies' side, we have Arlene Francis and Barbara Cook. Would you now greet their new teammate, another one of our lovely, lovely ladies, Miss Julia Mead. Thank you for coming over, and Merry Christmas, Julia.
Thank you, Bob.
For whom will you be playing today?
I'm playing today for the George Junior Republic.
I wish you'd tell the wonderful work they do.
Well, this is a school for disturbed children. It's in Ithaca, New York, Freeville, New York, right outside Ithaca. And they do marvelous work. It's run like a democracy, and they have 185 boys and girls there now, and what we want to do is to build another dormitory so we can house another 20.
Well, good. Let's hope we can help that today. On the gentleman's side, Doug Fairbanks, Marty Ingalls, and now would you welcome a young man who will get no introduction. You know him and love him. Ebenezer Scrooge. There he is. This, of course, is Orson Bean. And Orson, welcome, welcome. Merry Christmas.
Thank you, buddy.
For which charity will you be playing today?
Bah, humbug. Are there not poorhouses? No, for the past 8 years, I've had a little foster son in Greece through the foster parents plan. So I will give whatever I am sage enough to earn and nimble of wit to the foster parents plan.
All right, you nut. Welcome to the show. Brand new game. Here's our first message. Ladies, we'll ask you to start. May I see hands when you complete? Oops. All right, we're all set now. Arlene, would you?
City.
City. And Barbara?
Truman.
Good. City and Truman's. Julia, do you get the message?
Independence.
Independence, Missouri is right. Right indeed. Very good. Here we go. Next message. And, gentlemen, we'll ask you to start.
Oh, I can hardly wait to say this.
I'm so nervous sitting in this chair. I'm not used to it.
I know. I asked Joan and Mitch, while we were off for a moment, how they felt about it. Mitch said he enjoyed it more. Joan said she felt it was a little more difficult receiving. We're waiting for hands.
Are the men first?
The men are first.
Oh, men
Are you nervous?
All the time.
All right. And the girls are writing strenuously.
You know, it's like when people sit in the audience, they say, I was much more nervous than you were, and I said, oh, yes. Now I know what they mean.
Well, I bet
Okay, girls, are you set? Fine. Let's start with Doug, please.
Hungarian.
Hungarian. I like that. Hungarian.
Oh.
Marty?
I did you one better. Hungarian X.
Hungarian and Hungarianette. Orson, do you get the message?
Well, it's one of Mama's girls, I would think. I'll just take a shot. Oh, I want to rephrase that. Jasha?
Jaja is right. All right, score is tied 1-1. And we'll be back to our game in just a moment, right after this message. Out of enemy territory now, back to get the message on neutral ground, and the score is tied. Next message, please. Ladies, we'll ask you to start since the fellas got the last point.
Is that one way?
Incidentally, our program emanates from the historic Elysee Theater on 58th Street in the heart of Manhattan's Midtown District.
Where the famous Harlow Fig once created the role of Whistler's mother.
You know-
The place was closed for 3 weeks afterwards.
Orson, you are so right. And, you know, this theater was originally opened by the lovely Tangerine Firpo.
Tangerine for
And it was our hope that Tangerine would be with us today for a farewell appearance. But unfortunately, mistletoe got in her way. And,
What show are you two doing, right?
May I see your hand so we can do this one? Oh, good. All right. Arlene.
Rhyme.
Rhyme. Barbara.
Sailors.
Rhyme and sailors. Julia, do you get the message?
Rhyme. Sailors.
I'm sorry.
I don't.
All right. I'm sorry, Julia.
Don't know any rhyme
Doug?
and sailors.
Doug?
Nursery.
Nursery. Marty.
Rub.
Good. Nursery and rub. Orson, do you get the message?
3 men in a tub?
Yes. Yes. 2-1. Favor of the fellas. Next message. Ladies, we'll ask you to start. We'll ask you to start. It's 2-1. Favor of the girls.
He spells terrible, this person.
Please start.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Bob,
Yes, sir.
I broke my crayon.
Oh, let's see. Does anyone have an extra? Thank you.
He didn't break it, it melted.
Quickly, please. 2-1. Favor of the gentleman.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear, that's right.
No, it's
I'm
wonderful to
gonna
be in
change
this
my
seat.
attitude this time. Okay. Change your attitude. This is what I think.
Okay.
Oh, it's awful. You're not going to like
And we're ready to play. Let's start with
The whole
Arlene.
thing is awful.
Arlene, your clue, please.
Oh, I happen to see hers. 3.
3.
Ooh.
Barbara.
Fundamentals.
That's very good. 3.
Reading, writing.
Wait a you get the message, Julia? Go. Go.
Reading, writing, and...
Yeah. That ties the score. Game point coming up. Here comes the next message.
Okay.
And I'll ask the gentleman to start.
Good gracious.
Ramona.
It's neck and neck, I
It
think.
certainly is, and I hate it. Okay.
It is game point. Game point at the Elysee Theater, which returns to a period of inactivity.
Can we distract ourselves? They're first, aren't they?
Yes, they are. And time is short. Quickly, please. All right?
Yes.
All right. Let's start then with Doug.
Dickens again.
Dickens. Good. Marty.
Scrooge.
Dickens and Scrooge. Orson, do you get the message? This is for the game.
Dickens and Scrooge.
Uh.
A Christmas Carol?
A Christmas Carol is correct. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Who
I
is
think if
Scrooge's
we
partner?
have time, we can play a fast open game on the fellas' side, see how much more we can win for the foreign foster parents plan. Here we go. Quickly, first message. And will you start, Doug, orally?
Utah.
Utah. Marty.
Statesman?
Utah and statesman. Orson, do you get the message?
Who came from Utah? Brigham...
That's it.
He was in a state. Well, I suppose. Brigham Young.
I thought he was the best.
That's all right. That's fine. Here we go. Next message. And will you start, Marty?
You can't use that, communication.
Communications. Doug.
Stock.
Communications and stock, Orson. Do you
Stock?
get the message?
AT&T?
AT&T is right. Another $50. Good. Here you go. Next message. And would you start, please, Doug?
Spain.
Spain. Marty.
Capital?
Spain and capital, Orson, you said?
Madrid?
Madrid is right. So, by golly, you've won $100 on the
think we're
regular
gonna go on the
game,
road.
$150 on the open game for a grand total of $250 for the foster parents plan. Very good. Well, I see that our time is just about up. As a matter of fact, I'm glad I don't hear that whistle today. We'll be back to tally our final scores and bid you an adieu in just... well, let's see how we did today. Julia, my dear, you have $50 for the George Junior Republic. We thank you for being with us very much. Barbara, Arlene, thanks for a great week.
We decided it is a man's world because they've been ahead all week, and that's why Santa Claus is a boy.
Speaking of the boys, Orson, you won $250 for the foster parents plan. Marty, Doug, thanks for a delightful week. This, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, marks the end of the current series of Get the Message. And I, on behalf of our entire production staff, would like to thank the people who have helped us so much. Our technical crew, our backstage crew at the Elysee Theater. Most of all, we'd like to thank you. We hope to see you all soon again. We wish you a very happy and prosperous, healthy new year. And now, for all of us, a very warm bye-bye.
Get the Message has been brought to you by Dash, the mighty meaty dog food. Get the Message is a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. This is Chet Gould speaking. Starting Monday, a compelling new daytime series rounds out 2 hours of compelling drama every weekday afternoon. Watch Flame in the Wind, premiering Monday afternoon at 2, 1 o'clock Central Time, right here on ABC.
On our show, we